This is my video explanation of my test of sugar solubility in water at varying temperatures. The materials that are needed are sugar, a thermometer that measures Celsius, a flashlight, a teaspoon, a stirring stick, plastic cups, 300 milliliters of distilled water, and a small pot. Step 1 is to measure out 100 milliliters of distilled water into 3 cups and label them as A, B, and C, which has already been done here. Step 2 is to place cup C into the fridge to chill until it reaches around 6.7 to 12.2 Celsius, which is chilled. Leave cup B at room temperature, which is around 25.5 degrees Celsius. Step 3 is to heat the water in cup A in a small pot on a stove, setting the heat to medium and heating until the temperature of the water reaches 48 to 60 degrees Celsius. The temperature does not need to be recorded yet, as it is only to ensure that it is in the correct temperature range. In step 4, once the water of cup A reaches the temperature range, pour the water back into cup A and take its temperature. I have poured the water into a measuring cup to ensure that the water measures 100 milliliters. Here I am taking the temperature of cup A, which is about 54.7 degrees Celsius. These are steps 5 to 7. In step 5, you point the flashlight towards the cup so that it illuminates the water so you can see when the sugar doesn't dissolve easily. In step 6, use a teaspoon to add sugar while continuously stirring. In step 7, you keep count of how many teaspoons of sugar are added until you can visibly see when the sugar is no longer dissolving. Record this number of teaspoons. The rest of the clip is sped up for convenience, but every time a teaspoon is added, it will be noted at the top of the screen. At 9 teaspoons, you can see that the sugar is no longer dissolving, and that solid sugar is beginning to collect at the bottom of the cup. This number of teaspoons should be recorded on your data table. Step 8 is to take the temperature of cup B, which in this case is 23.3 degrees Celsius. In step 9, repeat steps 5 to 7 with cup B. You can see that I am doing the same with cup B as I have done with cup A. Continuously stir the water while adding teaspoons of sugar, and making sure to count how many teaspoons I see until sugar is no longer dissolving. At 4 teaspoons, the sugar is no longer dissolving, and you can see solid sugar collecting at the bottom of the cup. This amount of teaspoons should be recorded in the data table. Step 10 is to take cup C out of the fridge once it reaches the temperature range and take its temperature, which is 7.3 degrees Celsius. Step 11 is to repeat steps 5 to 7 with cup C, recording the number of teaspoons. You can see that with 1 teaspoon added, sugar is already beginning to collect at the bottom of the cup. You should record this number of teaspoons in the data table. The last step, step 12, is to record all your data into a data table. With this, you have now completed your experiment.